morning, everyone. This is Zach Morris from Strategic Retirement Partners, and today I wanted to make another video and talk quickly about one of the most essential financial topics there is right now, and I'd say that's establishing an emergency fund. Now, by establishing an emergency fund, you can prepare for life's unexpected surprises, and unfortunately, it's a sad reality that we've learned from this pandemic. It's a serious problem for most Americans, and actually nearly half of all Americans do not even have $1,000 saved for any type of emergency. And this is especially upsetting since an emergency fund is the foundation of any sound financial plan. So you really want to have one established, and without further ado, I will help you get a better understanding of how to establish that emergency fund so that you can ultimately take action with confidence and avoid making any costly money mistakes. So, first of all, what is an emergency fund? Well, emergency fund is a savings account in which you systematically deposit money. Whatever you can afford, but then you automatically have it taken out of your paycheck ideally, and only use it when you need it. Now, different from your retirement plan here, that money should not be invested or diversified, since you will potentially need it for an emergency fund, for an emergency. So the reason that you do that is because you don't want to risk market fluctuation to have that money go up or down, especially if you might need it soon. So you leave it in a savings account where it's FDIC insured, and you do not have that opportunity to lose that money. Number two, you actually don't have any penalty to use it, unlike if you needed to draw down off of your retirement account. Number three, unexpected expenses won't derail your monthly budget or affect your other savings goals, because you've already set aside that money in case of the emergency. So that's why it's important. And now I'll just give you 6 quick tips on how to prepare for your next financial emergency and help establish this fund if you don't have one yet established. So first of all, you have to decide on how much you need. And normally experts say, and I would say, is 3 to 6 months of your basic living expenses is what you would need. Now that might seem like a lot at first, but let's just start with $1,000 being your goal, and then we can go from there. Number 2, establish a no-cost savings account at a local bank. Like I mentioned, you do not really want to invest this money. It's set aside in cash, so in case of that emergency. So, number 3, how can I set up this emergency fund? Well, like I mentioned, you talk to your payroll department and make it automatic. Ideally, you can have it taken out of your paycheck or transferred automatically from your checking account and then moved over to that savings account. Number 4, another thing you can do is look at your tax return. We just all filed our taxes and you might have gotten a return. Instead of using that for a new pair of golf clubs or a new tennis racket, in my case, you can actually set it aside in your emergency fund savings account. Number 5, before allocating any more dollars to your retirement plan, of course, you'd like to contribute up to the match, but anything over that, hold off, because you want to make sure that you have this emergency fund fully funded with, again, 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. And lastly, if you've used your emergency fund, then look to replenish it, because there's always going to be, knock on wood, opportunity for, let's hope not, using that money again. But remember, you have resources here, so talk with your HR person or an SRP advisor like myself to help you get this going and discuss other strategies. And thanks again for watching, and I look forward to speaking with everyone soon. Take care.